Hello friends, in this video lecture we will discuss about animal husbandry. This is from chapter 9 of class 12th NCERT biology, that is strategies for enhancement in food production. So what is animal husbandry? As this is given here, it is the agricultural practices of breeding and raising livestock. We can also say animal husbandry deals with caring and breeding of livestock. Now, what are livestock? So, as given here, these are the domesticated animals which are raised for use and economic profits for human beings. For example, cow, buffalo, goat, sheep, camel, horse, pigs, and poultry. Along with these, fish, bees, and silkworm are also considered as a components of animal husbandry. Poultry as well as fisheries are also a part of animal husbandry. In poultry, we have to discuss about a number of birds, while in case of fisheries, this includes rearing, catching, selling of fishes, molluscans like shellfishes, as well as crustaceans like prawns as well as crabs. Now, what is the role of animal husbandry in human welfare, or why we are domesticating these animals? So as we earlier discussed, this is for human use as well as human economic profits. For example, these animals, they will provide us milk, meat, egg, honey, fibers, hides as well as fertilizers. Now one by one, as we know, milk is the only source of first class or animal protein for vegetarian. It is a complete food, and most of the milk obtained from cow and buffalo. Milk, this is an important product of farm animals and in consumed such as in the form of curd, cheese, butter, ice cream. There are so many products related with milk, and we also know milk is the only source of first class or animal proteins for vegetarians. Milk is also considered as complete food. Most of the milk, this one is we are getting from cow and buffalo. At the same time, there are few other milk yielding animals like goat, sheep, camel as well as yak. Second product that is given here is about meat. So meat is also a protein rich diet which is obtained from a number of livestock that are domesticated animals. For example, goat, sheep, pig, cattle, chicken, fish, etc. Next product is egg. So like milk, egg is also a complete food, and chickens as well as ducks are the two major sources for egg. Next is about honey. So honey obtained from honey bees, and this is used for sweetening agents in various preparations, and also this used for medicinal purpose. The next one is fiber. So wool and silk, these are two high quality fibers which we obtained respectively from sheep as well as silkworm. Besides sheep, there is also further a number of animals which will provide us wool. For example, Tibetan antelope, goats as well as rabbits. Tibetan antelope, that also known as chiru, is famous for Shahtoos wool, while Angora wool we obtain from rabbit. After this, the next one is hides. So hides, these are skins of many animals that are converted into hides as well as leather. The next is fertilizer. So animals waste like horns, feathers, bone meal, dung, and rest of their body parts, this one is used as a fertilizer for improving productivity of soil. When we discuss about total livestock percentage. So most of this one is occupied in two most populous countries of world, that is India and China. They are carrying nearly more than 70% of livestock, while when we discuss in terms of productivity, means all these substances which are given here like milk, meat, egg, honey, fibers, hides and fertilizers, in terms of these kind of productivity, these two countries just contributing only nearly 25% of total world productivity, while rest of the world except these two countries, they carrying only 30% of livestock and contributing 75% productivity. So here in these two countries, India and China, beside carrying maximum livestock, they are very poor in productivity. This is just because of conventional practices of animal breeding and their take care. Now about management of farms and farm animals. So what is farm management? This is about controlled and scientific handling of farm animals in their rearing, breeding and caring, just for maximizing the yield what we are obtaining from them. Farm management also includes proper and optimum feed, proper shelter, immunization, clean drinking water and selective breeding in between variety of domesticated animals. Now about dairy farm management. So what is dairy? This is given here. Dairy is an establishment that deals with milk and milk products. This mainly includes cow and buffalo. As we earlier discussed, milk is mainly obtained from cows and buffaloes. There are few other animals as we discussed like goats, camel, yak, but we are mainly depending on these two for our milk requirement. Now about dairying. So this is management of dairy farms where we deal with processes and systems that all related with increasing yield and also for improving quality of milk. Dairy farm management includes a number of steps that are given here. First is about breeding. So animal breeder select only superior quality of animals for breeding program. If somehow average or below average animals or domesticated animals, that is livestock, selected for breeding program, then their productivity will also be poor. Second is weeding. In this step, animal breeders have to prevent breeding in between uneconomic animals. Those animals which are not beneficial, they provided very less chances for their breeding or sometimes no chances given for their breeding purpose. But this is actually disturbing our ecosystem, because as we know, every and each animal is carrying some specific role in their ecosystem. But when we discuss on the basis of animal husbandry program, we have to provide maximum chances for breeding for those animals which are economically beneficial to us. The next step is feeding. So here during animal breeding programs, animal breeders must have to provide balanced diet. Means there must be a proper combination of both protein as well as carbohydrate. While the last step is heeding, and here in this step animal breeders must have to take care properly along with their maintenance and cleanliness. Here in this situation, animal breeders, that we can say handlers, as well as the particular domesticated variety, both must be free from any kind of disease and there must be regular checkup for both. Nowadays, most of the processes that are related with animal breeding have become machinized, and this causes reduction in the chances of direct contact with handler as well as animal product. Now about cattle livestock. So there are nearly 26 breeds of cow as well as 7 breeds of buffalo in India. These cattle breeds further categorized into 3 like milch breed, draught breed and dual purpose breed. So milch breed, they are very well known for their milk productivity. So here in case of milch breed, the female member like cow is producing huge amount of milk, while their male member as bullocks, they are least productive in nature, means their body is very weak, non-muscular, that's why they never involve in physical activities huge. Second is drought resistance. So here in this case female member that is cow is very poor in terms of milk productivity because they are muscular. So here in this case the male member again bullocks, they are highly involved in physical activities like plowing or in transportation of substances from one place to another place. While the last that is about dual purpose. So in this case female member is moderately milk producing in nature, while male member is also moderately involved in physical activities like plowing as well as transportation of substances. When we discuss about cattle, this is mainly for cow, that is female member of its own category. Its male member is categorized into 2 as this is given here about bullock. So bullocks also known as ox, and they are the castrated one. Castrated one means their reproductive organs removed earlier when they are nearly 15 to 18 months old, while the uncastrated one that is carrying functional male reproductive organ, they known as bull. So this is the basic difference in between bull and bullocks. Bulls, they are sexually capable to mate with the female which is cow, while bullocks or ox, they are sexually non-capable to meet with their female member, again this is cow. When we discuss about milk productivity at world level, here one thing that is glorious for us, India ranks first in milk production. And why? This is because of Operation Flood as well as White Revolution programs that was run by Varghese Kurian. He is considered as a father of White Revolution of India. So White Revolution program is run for milk productivity, and this is also known as Operation Flood. As we discussed in case of Green Revolution program that was run mainly by MS Swaminathan in India. So he is considered as father of Green Revolution of India. Same like that, Varghese Kurian is known as father of White Revolution programs in India. So Operation Flood as well as White Revolution programs both are concerned or related with milk productivity. The next is about feeding of cattle. What kind of substances just needed for proper growth as well as productivity of cattle. So we may categorize their food into 2, roughage as well as concentrates. Roughage, this carries fiber content, for example fodder, hay, straw, all these substances are used as roughage because they are the major sources of cellulose, while in concentrates we provide them food material which is highly nutritious in nature like cereals, millets, broken grams, rice, cotton seeds and oil cakes. Along with this, some other substances are also provided for their proper growth, which is highly enriched with nutrients. The next one is about breeds of Indian cow and buffaloes along with exotic breeds. So breeds of Indian cow, few examples are very important as given here: Sahiwal, Thar Parker, Red Sindhi, Gir, Deoni. These are few indigenous breeds of cow, while exotic breeds or foreign breeds of cow are just given here. Jersey from England, Holstein Friesian from Holland, and Brown Swiss from Switzerland. While breeds of Indian buffaloes are like Murrah, Bhadavari, Mehsana, Surti. These are also very important. Out of these, if we discuss about the maximum probability for one question that me framed from here in exam, this is about Sahiwal breed of cow. So Sahiwal is a breed of cow and this is indigenous breed, means this grown in India. Now about diseases which is caused in case of cattle. As we discussed, cattle is mainly for cow but also for buffaloes. So here anthrax, that is a bacterial disease, while there is a number of other disease like Rinderpest, this also known as cattle's plague caused by virus, foot and mouth disease caused by virus, and these kind of viruses are the smallest type of virus, while cowpox, this also caused by virus. Next is poultry farm management. So there are a number of birds like chicken, duck, geese, turkey, etc. For example, ostrich. All these birds are related with poultry farm management. Out of this, geese is an aquatic bird, we can say. Turkey mainly found in US. All these birds are mainly breeded for their egg as well as meat productivity. So basically out of these four, chickens and ducks are related with poultry farm management. So chicken, if we discuss about chicken, there are two categories of chicken. They may categorize as layers as well as broilers. Layers, they breeded for their egg laying capabilities. For example, white leghorn. At the same time, broilers, they are breeded for their meat yielding capabilities. For example, Plymouth Rock. So both these are important. White leghorn is a breed that is related with mainly egg laying, while Plymouth Rock is a breed that is mainly related with meat yielding. Now about the common disease related with poultry. So pox, ranikhet, bird flu, these are viral diseases which are caused in poultries. Bird flu, this also known as avian flu or avian influenza, and caused by H5N1 virus. So this virus name is very important. Beside these, there is also few bacterial disease like fowl cholera as well as few fungal disease like aspergillosis.